Cajun Roots Reseller. You give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, back credit. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let him have it.
I've got my dollars and I sit in my best offer.
We say, yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Hello, and it's TGIF. How's everybody doing this morning? Right now, it's 75 degrees here in Massachusetts, and I think we're supposed to get some nasty weather this afternoon. So, anywho, first in the chat is Robert, and for y'all who know that Robert is my husband, he's always here when he's off of work. Please, you know that I believe in the power of prayer, and I ask that y'all keep Robert in your thoughts and prayers. Yesterday, he did have an outpatient procedure. He had a colonoscopy, and they pulled out 4 pollens, and they're going to do some biopsies on him. And we should know the results in 2 weeks. So as you know, I do have the power. I love the power of prayer. And so please keep him in your thoughts and prayers so that we do get some good results from that. But he's got to go back in a year to get it redone. So, yeah. Mara, hello, good morning, and welcome. Buying Space. Joe, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see y'all. There's Joe telling everybody happy good morning. Oh, it's a beautiful morning. Yeah. I heard that. There's our new feature channel of the weekend. It's Hot Mess Thrifting. That's Amy. Let's see. Jeffrey, hello, good morning, and welcome. And I did reply to your Instagram message. I've been busy all morning. Got a lot of things done this morning. Let's see here. Lisa, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Pam, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are y'all doing? Good to see y'all. And let's see. Jeffrey, why are you typing the same thing over and over? I think we got the first time. Thank you, Mark, and I will be going over that this morning a little bit more because it was all part of the same video. I got another boost last night, but we'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. Let's see here. Good to see you, Mark, and thank you. Perlini, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. John, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Jennifer's already dropping them links. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you doing? Good to see you. I thought I saw the link that you put in here. I must not have got to it yet. The chat's flying so fast. All right, right here. Tonight at 7 o'clock on Victoria's channel, she is doing a celebration of life of Cody tonight at 7. In this that she's doing, at 7. She's going to be putting the link to join on the panel if you would like to share your memories of Cody. That'll be tonight at 7 o'clock on Celebration of Life for Cody on Victoria's channel tonight at 7. All right, let me go back to where I was. All right, John, and there's Jennifer dropping all those links. I posted a new short video last night in my YouTube. All right, awesome, Jeffrey. Is it the same one you sent me in Instagram? I'll still go back and watch it. Papa J, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Carol, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And good morning, Miss D. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Did I just say? No, that was Carol. Okay. There's Miss D. Hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Yes, thank you for the prayers because we always use them. Let's see. Marty is having a colonoscopy and EKG right now. I'm in the hospital waiting room. With definitely keep Marty in our thoughts and prayers as well. Thank you for sharing that buying space. Let's see here. Everybody saying good morning. Dee Dee, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. All right, I'm going to share the calendar first today. There's like 21, I think, or more today. Let's see. At 10 o'clock, you have Ella saved here first with Adventures with Victoria. 10 o'clock is also Stacey Make Attitudes with her crafting. 11:30 is Jackass Retro. At 12 o'clock is Horizon Picks Roy, who's doing his solo sale. At 12:30 is the Stock Explorer, that's Nora. At 1 o'clock, because she did change her show to 1, which I didn't realize till later, Adopted Retrospect is doing the TGIF, and I love, if y'all haven't checked out her new thumbnail, I loved what she did with the thumbnail. So Adopted Retrospects, Kim's going on with her TGIF Buy Now Sell Auction. At 1 o'clock is Let's Do Lunch Podcast. 4 o'clock is Southern Siren Vintage. At 5 o'clock is New England Thrifter. At 5 o'clock is also Simon Says, Let's Make a Deal. And then at 6 o'clock is Deb's Wood Burning. Jiminy Flipper will not be on tonight. He was on last night. He's got a gig he plays in a band, so he won't be on tonight. Mona did what with her show and chat. 6:45 is I Spy Queen Anitra. At 7 o'clock is Steve's Looking for Silver, and also Victoria's live show this afternoon at 7. Also at 7 o'clock is Treasures Found Jeff Open Resale Panel. At 7:30, if they are going on tonight, usually at 7:30 every Friday, when they can make it, is Mess Hall Digs live for no reason. And then at 8 o'clock is Roy's Horizon Picks Comic Sale, and Michael, Angry Otter Comics, will be his guest on the show tonight. 8:30 is Living My Best Life at 60, and tonight they're doing Words on Stream. That's at 8:30. At 9 o'clock is Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls, and the end of the night. At midnight is Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore, and you will notice in the community tab I did raise the it should be the first comment post in the community tab for the update of the calendar as of this morning. Crafty Songbird, happy birthday. Today is Crafty Songbird's birthday. Y'all light up the chat for her on the birthday parties and blowers and balloons and cakes and cupcakes, whatever you like to fill the chat up with. Today's her birthday. Happy birthday. No, that one I asked if it was. Yeah, I answered you on that, Jeffrey. Did a lot of answering in emails this morning. I'll tell you how many views I got on the podcast I put up. Zilch, nothing. Now you got to remember, it took me a week because that one's been out for a week. Flip flops and lollipops. Hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. And Michael, just to let you know, your gift yesterday was claimed by Cindy Y. I did update that this morning on the stream here. Ashley, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Good morning, Michael. Hello, good morning and welcome. Let's see, everybody saying hello and good morning. Dory, hello, good morning and welcome, cuz. How are you doing? And Pam, hello, good morning and welcome. Yes, today is her birthday. Hello, Paula. Hello, good morning and welcome. And Dee Dee, hello, good. Oh, that's Vintage Margie. Hello, good morning and welcome. All right, I'm going to share this real quick because I know Laura will be a little late because she is bringing her children to school. But when she gets here, we'll start on the topic of the day, which is Q&A all about Etsy. So I'm going to show this update from last night when I woke up this morning. But there's something I'm going to share with that I also saw this morning on my main page. There is definitely some glitching going on in YouTube. And like I said, I will not believe it till I see it finalized and updated. Update this, share the screen. Okay, last night I jumped up to 3,253 subscribers. The thing that I'm curious about is because this watch time hours is still the same from last Friday. This has not changed yet. I have been at 2.2K since last Friday. So that has not changed. But also YouTube knows about issues. Evidently there's issues with videos, playlists, and channels not showing in the search results. Supposedly it should be fixed by today. We'll see. But I do notice that this number has not changed since, and I've done all my shows like I usually do every day, but that number has not changed. So there's got to be something going on. But again, the new update from last night, it jumped up. Yesterday was like 5377, I believe it was, for views on the same video. And I woke up this morning. Now I'm at 8,206. But this number does not match this number, except for the fact that it's been in the last 48 hours. But I did notice, I didn't realize this till this morning. If I hover over the little lines, it tells me what time I hit those numbers. For example, yesterday, this was when I showed you yesterday, but from yesterday, night before last. Yesterday at midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning, there was 2,620 views from 12 to 1. And then from 1 to 2 o'clock a.m., it was 1,332. And then from 2 to 3 was 1,014. Now, last night, between 12 and 1, I hit 890 views. And then at 1 to 2 o'clock, I hit 1,475 views. And then there's still little views here. If I can hover over that little line right there. 206 between 2 and 3 o'clock. 10 between 3 and 4. 7 between 4 and 5. And nothing else yet. And 1 since 8 to 9 this morning. And that's all on the same, everything you need to know about Q&A on Etsy, episode 1, that podcast that I put out. This is all still on the podcast. So in the last 28 days, I hit 8,200 views, which is what's right here, total. But 7,053 in the last 48 hours. Isn't that crazy? Same video, overnight. So I am not going to hold on to this number just yet because they fixing the glitches or whatever's going on. And I told Robert, yes, I said, there's got to be a glitch. And then I noticed this morning I had this note right here. So we'll see what happens later. I'm not going to hold my breath, but I'm going to wait and see. But that's the new total that I got overnight from yesterday. Let's see here. Tommy, hello, good morning and welcome, sir. How's the fishing going? I've been noticing you've been putting pictures of fishing on your Facebook page. Lisa, Ashley, great about to run out of the yard sale. Uh-oh. Yeah, today's a good day for it if you have great weather. Yes, happy birthday. Carol's birthday is today. Crafty Songbird. To make sure the gifting. Yes. All right, let me do this real quick. Thank you for reminding me, Michael. Michael, thank you very much. But let me see, did anybody get claimed on that one? Yep. Patrick Johnson was gifted the membership from today with Michael. Thank you again. And let me get a picture of that so I can add that to the list, because that does help me when I go to put the list together. Yesterday, Cindy Y got yours from yesterday. I did let her know that this morning, or yesterday, I think it was, when I saw her in one of the chats. All right, so I have that set up so I can take and add you to the list. Corner Clubhouse, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Irene, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Congratulations on the merit. Yes, Patrick. I got to do this real quick too, but I want to get caught up in the pack. I've been seeing mismatched. Yes, that too. I've noticed that too. Yeah. Just like on my phone, if I go to the podcast playlist, I can see all the numbers. But if I go to my content on my dashboard, the number's showing me 0. So there's definitely something going on there. And Mary, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Patrick, hello, good morning and welcome and congratulations. So I got to play my little song and morning chair dance this morning. And Hetty, hello, good morning and welcome. Blanket, hello. I've been seeing an average of about 20 subs a day. Now I'm getting 5 or so, but views or the same. Yeah. Glamos, hello, good morning and welcome. And so without further ado, let me do this real quick for Michael. Thank you very much for another membership. That'll put us at 139 members. So Michael, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. This is for you. The dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
Let him have.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it. And this is for you, Patrick Johnson.
Attention, new member. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend and family member of the Kajun Roots Reseller channel. Thank you.
And thank you very much. And I'm going to see Cindy Y. She hasn't been in the chat yet. She got the membership from yesterday, from your membership, Michael. All right, so if you've come and you've had questions that you've been wanting to think about getting into Etsy, you have those questions, haven't taken that step yet, but you have questions that might get you over the fence to sign up for it and start selling on Etsy, you've come to the right place today because Laura is here. And we're going to start with the segment of Q&A, all about Etsy. So let's bring on none other than DzinesLaura. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing this morning? If
I'm
y'all
sorry,
don't know,
what?
we got a lineup this morning because she sent me an email with all different kind of links I have open, ready to discuss today. And I think it was a continuation from last Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So she's coming in with the full information about what we had someone ask for last Friday. So before we get started, Laura, tell everybody a little about yourself, promote your channel, as well as don't forget your disclosure.
Okay. I'm going to start with the disclosure because I always forget to mention it. To me, it's obvious. I am not an expert really in anything, maybe silverware, but I'm not an expert on Etsy. I do know enough to stay out of trouble. Knock on wood, I've never been in trouble. I do read the handbook. I follow the rules. And that's actually the whole purpose of me being on Johnny's YouTube channel on Fridays, is to answer the questions in a factual way. And sometimes I'm asked for my opinion, and I'll give my opinion. And if I don't know the answer, I'll go find out for you. Anyway, my name is Laura. My YouTube channel is DzinesLaura. It's down on the screen, no space. I did my first in-person craft fair with my handmade jewelry 30 years ago. 11 years ago, I made my first online sale on Etsy's platform. And just this year, 2023, I made my first sale on YouTube. So I have added the term YouTuber. I do consider myself a YouTuber now, even though I focus on selling, not so much having a huge channel, which I obviously don't have a huge channel. So, and again, I'm not an expert. I just know how to stay out of trouble.
All right. I already see a question in the chat. And we'll get to our topic that we're going to do, continuation from last Friday. But Glenmore's got a question. Let's see here. How does Etsy qualify vintage clothing and items? Do they search your store and remove things that they feel don't qualify?
Okay, Etsy's definition for vintage is 20 years or older. There are still restrictions within each category of Etsy, whether it's the handmade, the vintage, or the supplies. There are restrictions within that. So, and I know Glamla's is very knowledgeable about vintage clothing because she's very successful on Poshmark. There are going to be restrictions within that category of 20 years or older. Like you can't, there are embargo restrictions, so selling something 20 years or older from Cuba is a no-no. There, let's Etsy, and we can drop, I have all the links I've sent you, Donnie, since we started, but there are other prohibited items on Etsy, and they do list them in their handbook. Now, will Etsy remove things? Yeah, they don't remove everything. They can't, it would be nearly impossible. That's all they would get done, and people will just keep listing it. They do have bots that will go through and automatically take things down, and they program the bots. Like the word amber right now is a hot topic. The other word that was hot recently was FDA. And if you do have something taken down, you will get an email from Etsy. You can request a phone call and ask a person to look at the listing. Sometimes Etsy will do that on their own and relist it for you. But if Etsy takes a listing down, the ability to relist is taken away. So don't relist it. Even if you feel that it was taken down in error, don't relist it on your own without getting permission from Etsy to do so. There could be a reason that you're unaware of. It could be innocent. We don't really know. They don't go through and search your closet. Now, there are people on Etsy, I've termed them self-appointed Etsy police, who go around and they look in people's, if you go into the forums, you bring yourself to the attention of the self-appointed police. They will just go in your Etsy shop and start looking for rule infractions. Sometimes they point them out to you, or sometimes they will just report you. So you have, yeah. And let me add this, when you're in the listing process, Etsy asks you questions. Yes, Johnny knows, we've gone over this before. They will ask you questions to help you make sure that what you're listing is Etsy legal. So answer the questions honestly. And if you don't know, find out. They will ask you how old this item is. They will ask you if you made it or if someone else made it. And there's other questions they will ask you to help you make sure that what you're listing, it belongs on Etsy. Yep, Johnny.
One of the things I have to say about that, when I first started, I was doing good, no problems, and all of a sudden I went to do one of the listings, and I guess I didn't click on one of the drop boxes, and when I got to the end, it gave me this red mark. You need to fix this, and they even pointed, and you go scroll up, and it'll be in red of what they want you to answer. And I didn't realize I didn't answer it because I thought I did, and I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things I do love about Etsy is that when you're listing things, they will let you know if you've missed something that does not qualify because maybe you didn't answer a question or you filled out something and it's not going right. They will give you a notification. And I wish eBay would do this, but they don't. But with Etsy, they will tell you what to fix on your listings before you make it live. So definitely that's one of the best things I like about it. Glamo says,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't sell something as vintage unless it's truly vintage. Always. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. They're the self-appointed Etsy police, and they usually have an agenda behind what they're doing.
Right. But again, when you go to do your listings, they will definitely, if you have something that's not right, they will make you fix it before you make that listing live, which I love. And again, one time I thought I answered one of the questions correctly or filled in one of the blocks correctly. And if you miss anything, they will get you.
And that's a really good reason why when you're starting out on Etsy, and Johnny's asked me this question so many times, but there could be new people here today. Like, what is your best tip for starting out other than following the three steps, for opening your Etsy shop, is to know what your first item is that you're going to list, because that is part of the opening store process, is to list an item. So pick an item that you are knowledgeable about, or that there's kind of one of many niches that you may have. I'm going to pick on Glama's, obviously she would probably list a vintage clothing item, which she is knowledgeable in. So she would have no problem answering the questions during the listing. Once you get through the listing process a few times, then you are now becoming knowledgeable and practiced, and maybe you can branch out into a different category to list on Etsy.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because we'll go ahead and get into the ending of last week. We had somebody ask a question.
Sure.
And you did your research, and so now we're going to talk about that today, which happened to be about the word amber. Mm-hmm. And what's going on with that. So let me go ahead and open my email real quick.
Oh, perfect.
I'll cover this. The first thing this was in reference to last week, in reference to the children's clothing and products of listing handbook. Here's the part of the email was sent with someone over on period starting February 15th in preparation of the new Amber policy. In accordance with our prohibited items policies that we have determined that as of February 15th, we will no longer be able to accommodate necklaces, bracelets, or anklets composed of a string or strand of small amber beads, chips, or nuggets smaller than 1.25 inches. We will begin removing those items from your marketplace on February 15th. By agreeing to the Etsy policy, you are responsible for the following both Etsy policies and also all applicable laws related to those items you sell, and that you use our customer use of our services. In order to meet these responsibilities, we ask that you take the following steps. 1, discontinue creating and or renewing listings for those kind of items. Please disable your auto renewal settings for these listings as well. Number 2, if you have any outstanding orders for items that will be impacted by this change, we will ask you to please cancel any orders that have not been yet shipped and return or refund those buyers. In the event of a dispute, Etsy will be unable to offer seller protection for transactions that involve a prohibited item. Number 3, beginning to removing these items you from your active inventory so that you do not receive any new orders for these items between now and February 15th. So that, and then of course, I also have the link for this last one that I'm going to put in the chat for this link that's at the bottom of the email. That way you'll have that as well. And so I'm going to remove this, and then we'll talk more about that. And I can get my chat here. All right. So what we'll do is we'll change this way, and so we can start talking about that. And make sure, let's see who else is in the chat, so I can get this link in the. I got too many tabs open. There we go. And there's the link.
There's a lot to unpack with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that link wasn't in the email. That link came from me. I went to it's a government site for.
But when I say email that I got from you.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. That's a link to the Consumer Product Safety, which is a .gov website. And within that website, there was a link or a section for children's products. If you make or sell children's products, if it was me, I don't make or sell children's products. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I started to read things on the website. And if you sell those things, you need and are not already have the certification, you're going to go down a rabbit hole reading all that. Okay, so then, but I wanted to supply that link. A lot of people don't even know that items made for children need to be certified. And it's also in the Etsy handbook. And Johnny, that was a link I gave you a while back. Actually, at the very top of the email I sent you was a link to children's products policy on Etsy.
Yeah, that's the first link I dropped.
Okay, perfect.
But I'll drop it again.
No, that's okay. If you did it once, I'm sure they got
okay.
it.
It's there.
Now, there is some confusion, and I saw Jennifer mention it. Somebody else might have mentioned it, because when I was doing my research on this, and I spent actually time throughout days so I could really think about this, because this is important. This is about safety. This is about safety for children who aren't in control of their circumstances. So it's clear as mud, which was really an accurate situation, because it's confusing. Etsy put this out about amber, but it's also about breakaway clasps. So it is very confusing, because for some reason Etsy won't mention amber and breakaway clasp at the same time. I don't know why, but children's necklaces, which I don't want to go and make anything for children, but they're supposed to have a breakaway clasp. But it is very, Etsy has made it very clear they do not want strung amber sold on their website that is smaller than 1.25 inch. So removing the name amber from a description listing is not enough. You actually need to you can't sell it. So renaming it isn't going to be Etsy legal. You need to just take it down. They don't want it for whatever reason. So don't sell it on Etsy.
And this was brought up last week, and that's why she did some research. It was brought up that yes, they in many years they used to use it, which I didn't even know this, that they used to use it for teething for babies. And so that's been a problem because there was a major lawsuit. And so, yeah, they made it to where you can't even use the word, but you got to make sure it has been approved and tested, all that stuff. Hello, the bud flies, Angela. Hello, good morning, and welcome. So that was why it was brought up last week. And so that's why we're touching bases on it from last week, because she did do some more research. But the link is in the chat if you want to check on that. And that is the policy. She just basically brought up the one about the children and things like that for jewelry. But if you go through the whole thing, you can actually go through the whole policy and procedures and things like that through Etsy.
And I do want to bring up two more things on this subject, Johnny. When you in the listing, when you are listing an item, there is one of the drop down boxes is titled recipient. And if you fill out the recipient information, there is woman, man, unisex, and then there's boy, girl, and then I can't remember what the one where it combines the kids, but there's 3 sections for kids. When I list my items, I really make sure I never click on anything for kids. So don't do that. And I'm going to tell you why. I sell magnetic clasps that are converters for necklaces. Okay. It's something you attach to a necklace and it converts your clasp into a magnet. So that's easy for people. When you do a search, when I do a search on Etsy, not everyone's search is going to be the same. So there's no need to go check. When I search, and my clasps are not breakaway, they are listed for women, men, or unisex, nothing for kids. When you search breakaway magnetic clasp, I did it again today, mine was on the first page. Now, someone who's looking for a breakaway clasp and doesn't read the description could click on my listing and purchase it. I had this happen. I had this happen way back when this was all in the news. A grandma was messaging me insisting on buying this for her grandson, infant grandson, and she was going to give it as a gift. It was like everything was the same, and I finally had to give her the what for and tell her, if you purchase this, I will not send it. But this is something that Etsy search is really problematic, that if you were to go in and search breakaway magnetic clasp, things are appearing that are not breakaway. And in my opinion, it's a very bad business practice to do that. I had to get that out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I'm noticing on a lot of our searches, if you're searching for certain things on Etsy, no matter what you put in there, even if you have a few words or things that you're looking for, the keywords, other things are coming up in the search, which I don't understand that because I didn't want to search for those other things.
Exactly.
And that's one thing I don't like.
The Etsy is under the impression this is a good thing. Maybe it's good once in a while for the people who are just, exploring. Maybe they need to be able to have a switch where we can say, we want to see this or we want to explore. Because for me, I mean, I really had to get so firm with her because she was insisting on buying this for an infant. Like, I was ready to ask her what the parent's name was and everything. She was not giving up.
Wow.
It was frustrating.
Yeah, because I don't list anything that in the different categories. I always make sure, well, I guess I don't have anything for children that I use, but I always make sure I don't use that as one of the choices. Yeah.
And that's what I told, one of the things I started out telling her was, if you look at who this is for, and you can see that when you're shopping, who this is for, this is not for children. If you purchase this, I had to tell her, if you go ahead and purchase this under a different name or something, I'm protected because this is not for kids. And I've told you that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what, it felt a little suspicious to me, like she was looking for a problem.
Well, thank you, Yon, again, and also Claudia. Y'all both on the road going to yard sales and garage sales. So thank y'all for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Knowing that the day is the day for good garage selling on weekends, especially if you have some good weather. So if you have any questions that has to do with Etsy, and today is our Q&A all about Etsy, please feel free to ask in the chat. That's what we want to do, especially if you're on the fence of not really taking that plunge yet and getting onto selling on Etsy, but you have those questions that may persuade you. Make sure you do ask in the chat because we would love to hear from each and every one of you with any questions you may have, and we want to make sure we get those answered for you. Hello, Ping G. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. So yeah, if you have any questions, please make sure to ask in the chat. Also, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to come on the panel if anybody, it is that half-hour mark. So I will go ahead and add in the chat the link. Let's see, Johnny, for calendar purposes, due to my son's graduation, my sale was canceled for tonight. All right, Margie, I'll go ahead and take care of that for you right now. And congratulations. Purple Winks, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Now the link is at the top of the chat. And you said tonight, so 9 o'clock. I'll just cancel tonight for you. Only this event. Done. Let's see here. So if you'd like to come on and join us on the panel with having to do with Etsy, you're more than welcome to do so. Or if you want to come on and promote your channel, you're more than welcome to. Again, we wanted to start the show off definitely making sure that we did continue from last week for the questions we had last week. Yes, it is. Johnny and I am leaving for my garage sales in about 15 minutes. Awesome. Yeah, we don't have too many garage sales up here. 9 times out of 10, we drive on the highway. And if we see something, we turn. You know what I'm saying? If we think it's good or if we see something that we like. But anywho, so yeah, if you have any questions, please make sure to ask. But if you want to come on the panel, you're more than welcome to. Laura, we have something here for you. Let's see, Laura. What do you think about the new listing compared to old version of Etsy?
I've only had a quick glimpse of it last night. I went into a listing to get the title of the box for the recipient. I wanted to make sure I used the correct term, and the box is titled recipient with the drop down to select. I noticed a new format between, I don't know how long this new listing format has been out, but I just got it yesterday, which is not enough time for me yet. But I will work on this this week. I will work on a comparison or what my opinion is of it. I will write that on my notes to answer for next week because I just haven't had enough. Let me try to write. I can't write and talk at the same time. I do have some things to list. My overall, usually what happens whenever I've been through this many times where there's like a change in the listing format. I've been through many. Usually it's just something we need to get used to. I haven't seen anything too much in the forums about it. Maybe I missed those because I was looking for something else, but I can, give my opinion on it. If something was omitted or something was added, I can do that.
Well, I just noticed it because you just said it, and I do have 2 drafts that I got to take pictures for. Mm-hmm. It is a big difference.
Yeah, it's very different. It's going to be something to get used to for sure. If it's just something to get used to, that's part of being a seller online. Things are going to change.
All right, let me go
if something major was omitted or added, I will definitely give my opinion on that. Hi, Victoria.
There's multiple tabs up here.
Yeah.
So it's not one page anymore. They have descriptions. Oh, that's what I put in my description. Price, physical items, vintage, another company. Oh, so this is different too.
When you're done scrolling down, can you go back up to the top to the tabs?
Price and inventory.
If
so
click,
it's bring you there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It is still one page, but if you're just looking to quickly edit the price, you can click on that tab, which to me is a benefit because how many times I've had to scroll and scroll down. If I could just click price and it brings me to the price area, to me, that's a benefit.
Okay, so
right
far
off the bat.
I love that. So far, I like that. All right, so I do need to go in and do the pictures, but yeah, that is a little different. Welcome to your new streamlined listing experience. And I noticed when I was on my dashboard, something else was different, like all this.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Bookmark this page so you can easily track your progress, how to create new listings. This is all new too.
Well, but look at the last one. Up at the top, Johnny. The blue box, number 5.
Show off your handwork. Share your shop on social media with your friends.
Etsy is really pushing, and they're going after the new people. They know us old people aren't going to do that. Old people, us experienced people, us people who've been there for a long time. They're really going after new shops to drive your traffic. They want us to use our social media to drive traffic to Etsy. Now they're going after the new people to do it, because those people who've been on there for a long time aren't going to do it.
So this must be definitely new here, because I don't remember that part.
Well, what Etsy is doing, this is not new. That's what the whole Etsy Up was really about. And in between all their use your social media to drive your traffic to Etsy, in between all that, they put a couple things in there to make it seem like that's what it wasn't about.
Okay.
That whole thing at the top is not new information. It's all in the handbook.
I guess
I'm not a new shop. Why is that on my shop? I've been there 11 years.
Right.
They are pushing, and I'm not going to do it. If people want to go to your own social media and drive traffic to Etsy, but really think that through, because here's why there's two reasons why I'm not going to do it. Two major reasons why I won't do it. I've been forced into the Etsy outside ads. So when I drive traffic from my social media to Etsy, if that person clicks on an ad, I have to pay an extra 12, or actually it's more like 15%, because they charge the 12 on the order total. They don't just charge it on the item. So I have to give them an extra 15%. So why would I drive traffic to Etsy and not to my own website or to YouTube? So that's number one reason why I won't do it. And number two, if you drive traffic to your shop, when someone's in your listing, Etsy will show other products that aren't yours in the listing. So you went to the work to drive your traffic to your Etsy shop or listing, and then someone could click on a similar item and be taken out of your shop. That's the other reason why I won't do it. So if Etsy wants to stop showing other people's ads and let me opt out of the forced advertising, fine, no problem. I'll go back to driving traffic to Etsy. But until they do that, I personally am not going to do it.
Right. There's her link tonight for Laura's ring sale tonight at 7 p.m. Ashley has a question. So you can still sell amber, just not for children?
No, it says, no, it doesn't say even use the word children in the email. They don't want any amber listed that's smaller than 1.25 inches, period.
All right, I'm going to drop that link again if you missed it earlier for the policies for jewelry for children. Good morning, Victoria. Hello, good morning and welcome. CTX, hello, good morning and welcome. And I saw another one. I'm not a fan of the new format. The previous one was more user-friendly. Again, I didn't get to see that yet, so I'm going to look into that more too. They will be adding more features, say more options are coming.
Anytime there's a big change in the listing format, look for bugs or things that aren't going right. If you do list something new, I would go back in from your home page, not from the listing page, but like the page that the customer is going to see, and look that thing over, because usually there are bugs. Another way to find out the bugs are to go to the forums and read. If there's a bug that's very prevalent, it'll be mentioned in the forums. That's another way to find out what's going on.
Let's see here. Jennifer says she does not like the new app. She can't find anything. Now, is that the same format they changed also on the phone? Because I was going to open it up. I said I can wait and just ask it.
I don't use the app for listing. The only reason I have the app on my phone and I have alerts turned on is that way, no matter where I'm at, if I get a message, a feedback, or a sale, I can know right away what's going on. That's the only thing I use the app for.
And I also want to point out, no question is a dumb question, but can you list on Etsy from your phone? The answer is yes. They just put out the new app about a month ago, I think it was, for your app. I think Jennifer had the original old one, and then they did put out a new update on it, which I didn't even know until recently that they just started putting it to where you can do it on the phone. The only thing I use on the phone for the Etsy app is when I take my pictures, I can upload them quicker than if I were to do them on the computer. That's what I like about the phone app.
Yeah, and Glamless, that's not at all a dumb question. There are people out there who are running their Etsy shops strictly from their phone. So you can do everything from your phone. At least they're able to run their shop that way.
Pelling Prophet says that photos seem bigger when editing.
Yeah, I'll have to. I mean, there's going to be changes and there's going to be things to get used to, but to me, it's more about, did they omit something? Did they add something? Or are there glitches? Those are the things I'm really going to be looking for.
Yeah, because I got to take pictures this weekend on some stuff I have on drafts, and I'll know for sure this weekend when I do that. Denise, hello, good morning and welcome. Living my best life. Hello, good morning and welcome. The Deacon Saves. Hello, good morning and welcome. Thought I saw another statement. Stacy, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see y'all. Let's see. I saw what Jennifer said. She used the app. Listed 3 items yesterday. The first listing was a little slow getting used to it. After that, no problem. Is Etsy? Well, here's a question from Carol. If Etsy does that, they would. Wait, if Etsy does that, then why would people use Etsy?
Carol does what, hon? Because I did bring up a couple controversial things.
What?
She could be talking about the search. She could be talking about the search, or she could be talking about something else.
Yeah, Carol, please clarify that a little bit more, please. Jennifer says, I had both apps now, and the old app is gone. You can't use it. So I think they updated it. We do not list on the phone. Maybe it's similar to old version on a phone. I do not know. For me, I just take it for pictures. Yes, I don't like that about the picture editing. So I didn't realize they were bigger. I'll know more when I do these this weekend.
And another reason that this is just speculation on my part, y'all. This is not fact. I haven't heard this anywhere. This is just speculation strictly coming from me. So take it for what it's worth. There could be a new listing format out because soon Etsy is going to be on where you can list in multiple places. What's the name of that website?
Cross posting. Flip.
Flip. They could be getting ready to integrate with Flip. That could be.
No, last week it still said coming soon, so it hasn't been there yet.
That's why we may have this. They could be doing it for that reason, to get able. They may have needed to make changes so that it would work with Flip, and that's a good thing, y'all. Let me tell you, I will be doing some cross posting if that happens.
Grandma says, I just take my product photos on the phone, so figured it would be easier. Yes, I find it is easier, but again, I only use it for my photos. Jennifer says, I also list right on Etsy's website from my phone. She said, costing you.
She's talking about the forced ads. Okay, so I really want to answer that question. Carol, thank you for clarifying and actually asking that question. Okay, so I have stopped. I no longer direct my traffic to Etsy once they started doing that. Even my business cards I send out direct people to my website. I don't even mention Etsy on there anymore. The reason I keep using Etsy is, this is probably a TMI, I do make enough money getting traffic from Etsy to make my mortgage payment every month. To me, so without directing any traffic there, I still can make my mortgage payment using Etsy. I only have 10 items listed, but they're replenishables. And so those are more likely to rise through search and be seen right away. So I'm using Etsy to further my business the same way Etsy is using me by pretending that they're handmade, and I'm a handmade person. They're using me, I'm using them. I follow their rules, they pay me. That's really, to me, my heart is no longer in Etsy. It is a business transaction for me strictly. And that's how I already had my breakup with Etsy. Trust me, it was a breakup moment. A week of kind of being sad when I made this decision, but I thought, they're using me, I'm going to use them. It's
so business. Out of curiosity, for those who may not know, I know there's certain things you cannot do, but with you using your website, how do you link that together to where it's legal?
Oh, there is a place on Etsy where you can add your social medias. You can add, there's a place where you add your link and then you will see it on your homepage. Not very many people go to the homepage. You can link your Facebook, your Twitter, your all of them, you guys. And I don't use them all.
Your website?
There's a place to put a link to your website. And in I don't mention it anywhere else because it's not Etsy legal. I don't put it in the banner. I don't put it.
I'm doing that for Victoria. She says, Laura, you are so pretty.
I know. I love Victoria.
And then she comes back, you are pretty too, Johnny. So I gave her the heart.
I know. I saw it.
And Carol said also, I guess what part of her question was listing other items too.
Listing other items too. I'm trying to understand
part of her
that
question. Right here.
And listing other items. Oh, she's here. She'll clarify it for us because I want to answer it.
Carol, if you want to come on up and ask, you can come on the link. The link is at the top of the chat.
Come on, Carol.
That's why I put the link in the chat for y'all to come on up if you would like to chit chat. I know sometimes it's hard for me to type everything out. Then all of a sudden I got to go back and correct because it's all this autocorrect stuff. So yeah. Yeah, you can always come up and ask. I hope you're right, Laura. I would use Flip. Now, I did say, like I said, last week was when I go there on a regular basis. It still said coming soon. So maybe that may be why they did this update. Because with them, it's a lot easier when you cross post. They have to have a certain formula.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But it did say still coming soon. The last time I checked.
Yeah. Whenever Etsy does something like, of course, you're welcome to come here and ask, and I will give my opinion or the facts. But like, think through what they're doing. Why did they do this? What's coming? There's a lot more involved that they don't actually really tell us.
Right. All right. Real quick, I do need to do another thank you for where it went. Living My Best Life. Just received membership from Michael. But I'm trying to find it in the chat because I see it in the chat, but I'm not trying to find it in StreamYard. There it is right here. Living My Best Life right here. Thank you. Well, somewhere right here. Michael gave a gift out, and also Living My Best Life received that gift from Michael. So thank you very much, Michael. Greatly appreciate it. We're getting close to 140 members already. Thank you so much. Besides those that are members, thank you so much, because what's happening is some of those who are gifted the membership are now becoming members. So I thank you very much for that, Michael, and also the new members. We're hitting almost 140 new members, so total members. So thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. This is time for our chair dance, and here you go, Michael. This is for you. The dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
Let him have.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it. And Living My Best Life at 60. Thank you very much. You are now a member. This is for you.
Attention, attention, new member. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend and family member of the Cajun Roots Reseller channel. Thank you, thank you.
And thank you very much. And also go back to the chat because I did see some more statements here. She said she'll go ahead and log on. Yeah. Mom Knows Treasures. Hello, hello, good morning and welcome. Peddling Profit says, seems like they are getting more and more like eBay, slowly like eBay.
And I did comment on that in the chat where I wish that Etsy would handle feedback the way eBay does. If you get a negative that's actually false, eBay will stand behind the sellers and take that down. Yeah. Etsy will not. They are just, their feedback there is a nightmare for sellers, especially when somebody searches on something, they think they're getting a breakaway class. It gets to them and it's not a breakaway class. They didn't read the description. They go leave you a negative feedback. Etsy lets it sit there forever. They don't care.
Now, out of curiosity, because I know for a while, almost just like Macari, where because I'm noticing that when you ship out, you don't get a feedback until you got up to 3 days before, once they receive the item, to give you a feedback so they can release your money. Is that still something that you don't know if they're going to change that or not?
I don't, it seems, well, that's a whole nother subject that we haven't even, that's going on really right now on Etsy, more than the Amber thing, more than the FDA and the Amber thing, shop owners are getting holds put on their funds.
Yeah. And
it is, you go into the forums right now and nearly 1 in 5 posts are about having a hold put on your money. So this is more speculation from me. I've been there 11 years. And I have seen things go on Etsy, and this kind of ties into what Pedlin said about they're becoming more and more like eBay. I actually typed this in a forum post 8 years ago. I said, you guys, what they're testing, they're not testing the listing. Whatever they were testing at the moment, I don't remember what the test was, but it wasn't something that we wanted. They were testing something that we did not want to have. But the point is, I typed in there, you guys, they're not testing this item. They're testing how angry we get, how many of us leave Etsy. That's what they are actually testing. And they actually admitted this. I'm getting goosebumps that this whole holds thing, they're nitpicking shops. If you have a tracking number, or if you send something out without a tracking number, or you forget to upload your tracking number, you're getting a hold put on you. Certain countries are getting holds, and they are getting more and more holds. And in my opinion, what they're testing is how pissed off, shop owners get over this, and do they leave or do they stay? That is the actual test, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I see Pedlin. Anyway.
But every now and then I find that once I put a tracking number in, within 3 days they release my money. But again, it's like once you put the tracking number in, once they receive it, they have 3 days to do it, or they will step in and release it. I don't like that format. Peddling Profit says, been a star seller for a long time. One customer gave us 3 stars because the item they bought from the 80s, they thought that the product should have been made better. Oh, wow.
They thought it was a handmade item, and something like that, at least with eBay, you have a chance to go and call eBay or request a phone call and explain your side of it, and at least you have a chance. What Etsy's feedback is, and I can't think of the word, but it makes you just want to give up. And I don't know that that's a good thing for Etsy's, to be part of their brand, is that you just want to give up. Yeah. Because it's unreachable.
But I find it's only after they receive it, then they release my money. But again.
Well, and that should be for new people. I know what you're saying, Johnny. But Etsy is moving towards where I think pretty much it's going to be everyone's going to have a hold. But the question is, how long will the hold be? Now, for me, if they put a hold on my funds until, there was some tracking going on, I could live with that, because I think it does make the platform safer. And a safer platform will mean more sales for me. Yeah. I don't live sale to sale. So some people, these are huge amounts of money though, and they need that money to buy the label. This will be a good time if you need to have a slush fund if you're in business. Just know you gotta have a slush fund.
We have Carol coming on up.
I see.
Welcome and good morning, Carol. Yes, we have a question from Glamour's Closet. Does Etsy allow you to respond to negative feedback in the same public way?
Yes, to answer that question, they did make a recent change. Before, we could only respond to 3 stars, 2 stars, or 1 stars. Now we can respond to any and all feedback. But if you don't respond, the customer has the option of updating their feedback. Like if they leave you a 1 star, and you can reach out to the customer and try to fix the solution, maybe they will come back and change their feedback. So some people are replying to even the 5 stars. They don't want someone to go. If you reply to the feedback, then it's no longer eligible to be taken down by Etsy for breaking the rules, and the customer can no longer edit it. So if you reply, it can't be taken down, and the customer cannot edit it.
So with this question, because Jennifer says she wasn't able to respond, do you have a certain time after you get something that you have to reply to it?
Yeah, I want to say 100 days is, I think it's 100 days, but there was a time in the past where you couldn't respond to feedbacks.
That doesn't make sense to me. From someone who doesn't work with Etsy, that does not give me an incentive to want to put things on Etsy if they have so many stipulations.
The feedback system is something they really need to revamp. But they need to revamp it in a good way, because I can't think of the word that I want to say, but it is like almost like demoralizing. It's not really the word I'm trying to come up with, but it makes you just kind of exasperating. It is just, their feedback system makes me want to give up. If I was going to give up, that might be the reason. Because I'm branded. This is my business name up there, and they're letting people, they can say anything that they want to about you. And Etsy doesn't care unless they mention the post office only, or if they mention another shop name only, they might take it down. But good luck.
What really got to me was when you said that you put your things on Etsy, and then if you link with Etsy, they put other people's items on your, that to me is,
well, what it is though, Carol, it's not that they're putting anything on her website or her links. It's when you go to do a search for, like, say you go to
no, Johnny, no, she's right. Let's say I'm on YouTube, I'm having a live sale, and I direct all my people, here's this spoon ring, here's the link, go buy it on Etsy. So they click that link, it's actually my listing for a spoon ring for $20. Down below, Etsy will show my customers that I drove there other people's spoon rings.
Oh, yeah, in the search. That's one,
yeah.
Yes.
Why would you drive your traffic to Etsy? I don't get it.
I don't either.
Yeah, that, to me, that's not great business practice.
Okay, right. So then let's go back to the other point I said. I'm using Etsy the same way they use me. It's a business transaction. I'm still making enough money from Etsy's traffic by not driving my own traffic there. I make more money on YouTube now than I do on Etsy. So I'm not going to drive that traffic there, but I am still making enough money on Etsy to make my mortgage. And that's my mindset is, I'm just doing this. It's a business transaction. My heart is not in it. I treat my customers like I ship out on time. I ship it in beautiful packaging. I answer questions. It's accurately described. So I'm still professional about it. I still respect my customers. It's a business transaction. My heart is not in it. These people who say that, oh, they love Etsy. Their shop's 1 year old. They haven't learned yet. It's a business transaction.
The people who don't know what you know and are actually getting screwed by Etsy.
Yeah, when they click on my when they click on an ad and buy from me, there's almost no profit in it for me. It adds up to about 36% fees I pay when they click an ad. 36.
Peddling Profit says, Laura, I have seen several listings yesterday that had multiple options to buy on their photos. Buy on their photo. Example showing outside patio photo clicks, and then the table, it shows 3 products on the table. For sale. Interesting.
So if you put something up for $20 and they're taking 36%, you're actually only getting less than a third, or less than 2/3 of your cost. So what incentive is it for you to be putting things on Etsy versus other platforms?
Not every sale I make is subject to the 36%. Only the ones where they click on an ad, like on YouTube. Whenever I go onto YouTube, up at the top, there are ads. I see my products. So I know they're advertising me on YouTube. They figured out that I'm on YouTube, or their artificial intelligence or whatever has figured out that that's one of the places I am. Now, when this first rolled out, I started making my listings un-Google friendly. I would put the word free shipping in my title. Google doesn't like the word free shipping. So I did that for a long time so they would stop showing my listings on Google. Well, it worked. Last month, I went and because at the end of every month, I do all of my book work. That's why I was doing book work yesterday. I don't know if Kim is in the chat. I didn't answer emails yesterday. I was doing my end of the month. She said it wasn't from the complaint department, so I didn't answer it. Okay, so I went and looked. I had one sale come from Etsy offsite ads last month. So one bracelet that I sold, I had to pay the 36%. So for me, it's working. Like now, if you are somebody who's only wants to sell on Etsy, don't take that advice. but not, okay. And I should also say, since we're talking about outside Etsy ads, if your shop makes $10,000 or more in any given year, you are automatically enrolled into Etsy's outside ad program. There's different advertising programs. You can never opt out for the life of your shop. I could close my current shop and open a new shop and not be in that. I don't want to do that. I have built up links. I have listings that are 11 years old that rank really high in search. So it's a business relationship for me, and I'm loving YouTube.
Because if you were to do that, you're losing everything, all the traction you had from before. So I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be. Spirit Junkie says, and by the way, good morning, hello, and welcome. They are tracking us with the cookies. Remember to turn off on your device.
The reason I don't turn my cookies off is because, and I don't even know if this is current, but there was, like if you had ad blocking, any kind of ad blocking thing on, then there was a glitch with Etsy. So I just told myself I'm not going to turn it on.
Yeah. Peddling Profit has a good point about it. I have to say Etsy has the best customers. I have to agree with that, because that's one thing I have to say. Since I started selling on Etsy, I find prices are much higher selling wise. Like if you take, for example, cross post, I have something listed on eBay, but then I have the same thing listed on Etsy. I find that I sell it better on Etsy, even at the higher price, than I would do on eBay, because it sells faster on the Etsy platform than it would on eBay. I really agree with that. Yeah.
Yep. And Carol, did we answer your question? What was your question?
Yeah, you had two parts of the question. We were trying to get the question right on what you were asking. Carol, wake up.
You're in headlights.
That's okay. If you think of it, I want to make sure we answer your question.
Yeah, no, I think you did. That I just felt that they do not give you the incentive to, and profit wise, it just does not make any sense to me.
For a handmade person, a vintage person, or a person selling supplies, Etsy is attracting the junk. I'm sorry. That's why you can't even find people like me and Johnny on Etsy. And Peddler is doing good though. I don't know what Peddling is doing, but they have vintage items and they're doing really good. But if you go on and if you search breakaway magnetic clasp, I'm right at the top. But if you try to search spoon ring, you can't find me because the junk. That's who's being attracted to. I know.
So why would they do that?
This is the question. Why?
They're not making much money on the junk where they make more money on your high quality products.
I'd love to know too, Carol. This is the question. I have written to the CEO about a handful of times. I have actually written to him. I did. I have. I know he reads them because he doesn't reply, but he sends one of his little minions to reply to me. And one time I wrote to him about something, they actually implemented a change.
Way to go, Laura.
But it wasn't like, I'm afraid to write to him about live selling because I'm afraid he'll come and see how well I'm doing, how much fun I'm having, and they'll ruin it. But yeah. Anyway.
But I've always said that referring a company to your friends is more advertisement than them just throwing ads up on TV or on the internet or whatever. Word of mouth says a lot. And if you're experiencing something in more of a negative way, then what incentive is it for them?
I get you. In my mind, like that week of breaking up with Etsy, in my mind, I was like, why would you do that? Why? Like you're breaking up with a boyfriend for me. That's what it was. It was like going through a breakup. It's like, why are you doing this? I followed your rules. I pay my fees. I had to change my mindset. I'm no longer in love with Etsy. I don't love Etsy. It is a business relationship only.
Original
I'm
comment,
here to help people. I'm here to help people follow the rules and stay out of troubles, because it is a legit platform. You can sell things there. You can take care of your finances by selling there. You can become practiced in what you're doing. Wait till the live. I'm very curious how the live selling is going to go. I'm sticking around really for that too. But if my sales stop, yeah, I would take everything down. But for me, I mean, it's a business relationship. I'm making my mortgage payment every month with very little effort.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I think she answered those questions.
We just want to make sure you covered it. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm not trying to persuade or dissuade anyone from using Etsy.
Peddling
I'm
profits.
telling you the facts, and then when I pass
in the chat.
Yes, and if your heart is into it, try to consider it a business relationship, because you'll be able to handle the changes, and especially the changes that are going to be coming. You'll be able to handle them better. Now, if we get a good change and we can use Flip, and then all of your listings on Etsy can be cross-posted. I wonder how, I'm wondering why Etsy would allow us to do that, because that's the potential for our listings to sell somewhere else. But also, you could be importing listings. So go ahead. I'm Johnny. I think I talked over you. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Jennifer says she pays 8% plus transaction fee. And then somebody was asking a question about the fees. It's 20 cents for listing, but that 20 cents is every 3 or 4 months.
4 months.
4 months. That's not fair.
That's another part of the Etsy outside ads that makes my blood boil, is that not everybody is automatically enrolled into it. So someone could be paying 8%. Let's say someone comes up, and now the person in the ad, so I've driven my traffic to my spoon ring listing, and my traffic that I curated these people myself now see an ad below for a spoon ring for a lower price. That person probably is new. That seller is probably new, and they're not subjected to the extra 12, 15% that I am. My prices have to be higher to make the same amount as a new person. So Etsy is forcing me to compete on their marketplace in an uneven way. That was something I wrote to them about, like, your established sellers who understand customer service have learned your rules. You're forcing us to raise our price and compete with the new stuff. They don't have that fee. Pam knows. Pam's been on Etsy for longer than me, I believe. It's a business.
I agree. It is a business. I have some many changes since 2009.
A week to wrap up stuff.
Yeah, because sometimes you have to change. You have to do changes according to what's going on. Sometimes you have to change, whether it's social media or a website or whatever. But with you do a lot of replenishables, which is good too, because then you have that one listing and you just keep on going.
The replenishable business practice is working for me, so I'm going to stick with that.
Oh, I love your picture on your Etsy store. Wow, nice.
So what is Peddling Profits doing different than Laura's doing?
I don't know. Peddling Profits, is it okay that I show you store? You did drop it in the link for us, but just making sure before I do it. I just saw a comment, but it's not coming in yet here. Let's see. Definitely show your similar things on the lowest part of your page. Dawn, Two Hip Chicks would like to know, any platform she's making a statement, any platform that you sell on should be considered a business decision. Creating your art with your heart. I like that.
But let me go back to the inception of Etsy back in 2005. Okay, this is when they had handmade items, and the only reason Etsy became a household name was because the first people on there were using their social media. They were driving traffic to their little shops on Etsy. Nobody even heard of Etsy. What's Etsy? I never heard of Etsy. These people, when you make something, your heart is in it. It should be anyway. And so that kind of transferred into this, how much people would love Etsy. In the beginning, it wasn't just a business. It was not just a business relationship. it was a place where people could list their handmade items. You would have it more of a one-to-one relationship with your customers because it was smaller, and you would have repeat customers come back and they would tell you that they were buying from a person that was making the item. They were having a conversation with the person who was actually making the item. So yeah, it was a business relationship then, but it was very different environment. And yes, people would love Etsy. It was different. It's hard to put into words, but it was different than it is now.
Well, like Stacy says, when it first started, it was supposed to be only handmade. One of the things I'm noticing on their new commercials lately, and I told this to Robert the other day, there was an Etsy commercial that came up, and it's like, I don't understand this commercial because they're pushing people to buy things for your home or your personal, but a lot of the stuff that was showing in the commercial was something that you see that you can buy at a mom and pop store, or like a jacket or a coat or things like that. Mm-hmm. So I did not understand their concept of getting it homemade from Etsy, but yet Etsy is now showing multiple products that is not really homemade. So yeah.
At least their commercials being a little more honest, because I personally get tired of them pushing forth these beautiful artisan shops. Like if you watch their Etsy up, they push forward these beautiful, really artisan people, like art, but they don't tell you the real story. At least now the commercial, as much as I don't like it turning away from handmade, at least they're being a little more transparent about it.
Peddling Profit says that you can also see items that sold from other Etsy stores if they show their sales.
Yeah, I have that turned off, but yeah. You can't see the price. You can see what sold, but you can't see the price.
Right, exactly. Let's see. It is a great word about the times they are changing. Yes, they are. Janice, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing? And Des, good to see you. How are you doing? So she said I can go ahead and show her store. So we're gonna go ahead and show her store. I love her banner at the top of her page, and I think y'all gonna agree with when I show it.
Oh, Susie has a question.
All right, let me. Yeah, it just came in the StreamYard. All right, let me show this real quick. I mean, she's even got her detail. Look at this.
Wow.
I mean, she definitely has, and then you can check. She's got it in the chat. Look at her pictures.
Oh, I love that pixie doll.
That's a Cupid doll.
Cupid doll, yeah.
Go into a listing, Johnny, and see if you see the make an offer.
It just says buy it now. I do not see make an offer.
Make an offer, okay.
I know that we found it.
Is it just for that one item, or are other things can be? Nope.
Nope. There is no make an offer. It'll be right in here. Peddling Profits, do you have make an offer in your store? Let's go with maybe one of these.
Nope.
No.
Well, and not every buyer is in that test.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
not every buyer is in the test of the make an offer. But
I know I am, because they sent me the link to. Yeah, so I'm definitely in the beta thing for that. All right, Susie had a question. How do I remove free shipping from items $35 and up?
Okay, so yeah, maybe Johnny will bring up his screen.
I already have it. I'm going to open it up.
Okay. You need to go into the promotions or marketing.
Marketing here. Oh,
yeah.
Marketing. Okay. Sales and discount.
Yes. So Johnny's probably not in that. On this page, you will see.
I thought it was in the settings.
Well, it should be on this page. It could be in more than one place.
Shipping settings right here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the settings and the shipping.
Well, those are your shipping profiles.
Right. And you can do it and add a take off. Let's see. You
but in the marketing section.
Okay. It says Etsy ads, sales and discounts, social media, and customer website.
It would be in the sales and discounts page, and you would have to end the promotion. You see, you don't have the
Sales.
promotion on, Johnny, so your screen's going to look different. But what
Yeah,
she
I don't
needs,
have sales.
yeah, what she needs to do is she needs to go to the marketing and then sales and discounts. And on that, you're going to have to scroll down or look and read where you would end that promotion. Now,
Oh, you're talking about this section right here. If you have it turned on, right here at the bottom of that same page.
yeah, if I went into my shop and turned it on, then I could show. I would have to turn it on to have the same screen that she's going to see.
Now, what you're talking about as far as under the free shipping, she wants to turn off her free shipping.
There's a promotion on Etsy where you can. It's free shipping on 35 and over. It's a completely different thing, Johnny. They have so many ways. So many different promotions and ads that it gets very blurry. I'm going to see if I can't find it for you, hon.
All right. And thank you, Pam. She says she's got to go. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thank you all for your support, Jennifer. I first started using Etsy when I was searching practically for masks during the pandemic. Even Amazon and eBay were all sold out. Yeah. Let's see. Johnny, go to oldest listing for make an offer. Okay. How do I find that? Oh, custom sort. Okay. She said go to the oldest listings for make an offer. All right. So if you go right here under the thing where it says sort by. So would it be the highest price, most recent, lowest? It doesn't let me switch. Or is it over here? Or where would I find that at? Yeah, it's not letting me change to oldest. So I'm not seeing that offer that on there. Peddling profit.
Would it be under custom?
Yeah, that's where I was at. See right here on the sort by most recently, custom. If I do it, it's custom.
Well,
but
click custom.
But it's not letting me change anything. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not letting me go oldest to newest, unless there's another way to do it. Yeah, it's not letting me do it oldest to newest. Let's see. Good morning, Radical. Let's see. Yes, I have 179 items left for make an offer. Yeah, it's not letting me change it, which I don't know why. Unfortunately, I do not see that. I see what Johnny sees, but it states that I still offer it.
Okay, Susie, I just typed it into the chat as well, but let me read it to you. And I tried I used an AOL search to get this information, and when I clicked on the link, it told me too many redirects. So I just copied and pasted the directions. It says, I'm going to read this for those who aren't reading. Where did it go?
I have the first one highlighted right here.
If you'd like to turn off your free shipping guarantee, go to Etsy.com, click on your account icon, then click Shop Manager, which most people know how to get to their Shop Manager. Click Settings. Click Shipping Settings. Scroll to the bottom of the Free Shipping Guarantee tab. Click Yes to turn off the guarantee. And then click Turn off my guarantee. So Johnny was right. Go to your shipping settings, and then there's a free shipping guarantee tab.
You said shipping.
Let me do one more thing. I'm going to go to my shipping. I'm going to go to.
All right. So let me follow this the way you have it in the chat.
Settings.
Settings.
Shipping settings.
Shipping settings. Oh, look right here.
Free guarantee. And then up at the top of shipping settings, there's a tab at the very top. It says free shipping guarantee.
Right here.
Yep.
Let me flip. Go to the top. I'm sorry, Johnny. I was looking at something on my computer. Yeah, the free shipping. Yeah, click on that, Susie. And your shipping settings, the free shipping guarantee. You can click on it, Johnny. It won't do anything.
Turn off your guarantee. Yes, turn off guarantee.
Yes.
And it
Hopefully
says,
that helps her.
turn off your free shipping guarantee. So you would have to turn it off right here.
Yep.
So when you go here, go all the way to the bottom, and it says
Oh,
yes.
she's got it. She's got it.
All right,
Great,
good.
Susie. Great.
I love
great.
doing the walkthrough to show so you can actually see that, and I love
Yes.
that.
That's
All right,
why
so
it's
let me
nice to have more than one person up on the panel.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, that was that one. Unfortunately, that's the one she was at there. Unfortunately, I don't see that, which we took care of now. Just asking people to give free shipping. I do, but I include that into my price, so it's not really free shipping. Hello, Lisa. How do you comp for Etsy? If they don't allow you to see previous sales, I could never get those prices on eBay. I check worth point. I guess Etsy buyers have more money.
Yeah, you can't. Etsy doesn't want you to be able to see the prices of the sold items. That is kind of an outdated policy, in my opinion, but they do it for the handmade people mostly, because they don't. If we raise our prices, then people would be able to go and see what we sold it for in the past. So.
All right. So Robert and Peddling Profits just told me how to do it when we were trying to figure out how to go to the. So you got to go to most recent, and go down to the second page. Or was our page up here? Oh yeah, right here, page 2. She said. Look how cute.
I know.
All right, so those are not. Go to the bottom. I'm just trying to find what we can see. Those are not off. Make an offer.
Try page 5. An older page. Oh yeah.
You sort by oldest though?
Yeah, they told me how to do it. Most recent, and she said that it's at the she said go back further because it's a lot of her older ones. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Anyway, if you would see it on the listing.
There's an arrow next to the 5. I wonder if that'll.
But it's on the last. No, you see when you do this, that means that's the last page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a darker color that you can do. But she says she's got a lot of products under it. Yeah, I don't see make an offer. But anyway, you would see it in that page when you get to that product. If she's in it, like she said, she does have 100-something items. It would be in the portion of that page when you go to the page. So by most recent, then go to the last page. Yeah, and that's what I just did. But it's not showing us. All right, let's see. That's what you just did there. Etsy encourages sellers to opt a free shipping and say that they're making more sales, but no guarantee. Exactly. Different buyers. Lisa says, I get that. I wondered how many there comes. Now, there is some areas where you can see what's sold on Etsy in there. If an item had sold, wouldn't it come up?
The way they would comp is probably more individualistic. Some people don't comp. Some of them just come up with a price according to what they paid for the item. Some people go to eBay. Some people use worth point. So there's probably multiple ways that people comp.
Peddling Profit, I am, but I'm still on your page. You must not be in the test beta. Yeah, I am.
Johnny, you might be in it as a store, but as a buyer, you might not be in the test.
I'm just in her link though. What you mean, for seeing what she's got?
As a buyer, your shop is in the test as a seller, but not every buyer. You're looking at her shop as a buyer, so you might not be in the test as a buyer.
Oh, okay, that might be why then. Okay, yeah, because I can't see it, but I do see mine because I do have some of mine. So yeah, but I don't have as much as Peddling Profit has. But yeah.
If I went in, because I don't have an Etsy account.
Go to her last page, most recent, and then go to the last page.
I'm trying to find her link now.
Oh, you need it?
Yeah, please.
I'll
Oh,
put
I
it in the
just got
private
rid
chat
of it.
for you.
You, if you don't have an Etsy account or you're not logged into your Etsy account, I'm going to guess that you aren't going to see the make an offer, because there are certain accounts, buyer accounts, that are in the test and some are not in the test. And it could rotate. Like the first half of the test, they might have group A buyers in the test. And then at the second half, they're going to put group B in there to see if their buying habits change while they're in the test and while they're out of the test. Did group A buy more when they were in the test, or did they buy the same amount when they were
See,
in the
there
test?
again, they're making it much too complicated for somebody who wants to join Etsy. And I would turn my nose up at it and say, fine, if I'm going to sell on another platform, I'll go find another one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have a lot. I only had 5 sales so far since I've been with Etsy. So, but evidently, let's see.
So I would want to take a $20 item and make it $30 or $40 to make the money back. It just, to me,
and
you're not offering somebody something that what you really.
When the forced ads first came out, I raised my spoon ring prices to $27. Shipping was $4.95 because that's what it actually cost me to ship something because of the fee. I have to pay that $4.95 I charge for shipping. I don't get all of that. They charge the 36% off of the $4.95, so I don't get all the money. So I did that as part of my way to get out of the Google. I wanted out of Google. I didn't want my things being shown, but I wanted to just keep my items available. Now that I only have maybe one a month, I have now lowered my ring prices to $20, and I'll take a hit once in a while. But when they were $27, I was competing with people not having to pay that fee who were selling spoon rings for $20. That makes your blood boil.
Right.
That's why I won't drive my traffic to Etsy.
Well, Etsy, you're never going to have me as a customer.
I believe you, Carol. I believe you.
And if you don't get a nasty letter from me, you're lucky.
Oh, not you.
Hell yeah. You kidding? I like to just write nasty letters like that if a company
Robert
is
said you will not see the make an offer or buy it now if you're not logged in.
Thank you,
Robert, for confirming that. Yeah.
So y'all, and it is getting to that point where there's several shows coming on for 10 o'clock. You also have a lineup. If you go to the community tab below, you will see the lineup for today's show that are on today. Also, don't forget at 7 o'clock that Adventures with Victoria is doing the live tribute to Cody at 7. So try to make that if you can. So yeah, Laura, before we go though, I want y'all to promote your channels, anything you have coming up, and you have a sale not only tonight but also on Monday. So we want to make sure you definitely do all that. But we're going to start with Carol.
Next week.
You haven't been on here in a while either.
Huh?
You haven't been up here in a while neither. So promote what you got going on.
Oh, bite me.
No, because you don't love it.
You're right. I'll fall in love. Too late. Next week, we're on Irene's channel. What we're going to do is start alternating weeks. So we're Tuesdays and Thursdays on Irene's channel. And I left a message in your community tab calendar page there, Johnny. I did that already.
I'll take care of that later.
I know you will, because you on the ball.
That's right.
But also next week, on Tuesday at 2 o'clock, I'm going to be a members-only seller.
Yes, you will. That is the Shout Out Members Showcase show. Live sale. Yep. Next
I'm
Tuesday.
so excited. I can't deny it. And it's not all pornography stuff.
I love that blouse you're wearing. I know where you got it from.
No, actually, this is a LuLaRoe dress.
Right.
And I got this from somebody. I had a couple of them that were like $10, and I picked them up.
Yeah, you got those from me because I delivered them to you hand delivered.
This one? I don't know.
Yes, ma'am. I recognize that pattern. I recognize the print.
Maybe
So,
you kidding this old brain? I don't remember what I said in the question earlier in the show.
okay, real quick, I do see another question coming in. Stacy, does Etsy have an area that calculates the shipping for you at checkout? Yes. Or do you have to set it in? No, you have to make sure when you're doing that, you have to make sure you do the weight, the measurements, make sure you have all of that in there so it can do a calculated shipping for you. Yes.
I
Yeah, you
also had
can.
another question. If someone were to buy multiple items, is it easy to do that, or do they make you ship like 3 separate items out, or will they combine it?
Okay, so to answer the other question from Stacy, you can choose calculated shipping, or you can choose your own. You can also set whatever you want to set, a flat, whatever you choose to do on Etsy. You can also decide on Etsy how much you're going to charge for a second item. You have that option as well. So that plays into what Carol is asking. If somebody purchases 3 items, you can most definitely ship them in the same package, even if they do 3 separate checkouts. You just have to make sure you get that tracking number into every order. You will have to manually place your tracking number in the 2 other orders.
They won't merge it like eBay does?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
There's another negative on their side for me.
Well, and most people use the cart. That most people do put items in their cart and then check out once, because the Etsy shopper does know that you will get. Most shops will offer a discount on shipping if you put multiple things in there. Like I practice flat rate shipping. No matter how many items they put in the cart, it's $4.50. I do charge $4.50 for one item. Every item after that is no extra charge. So, and most people on Etsy will use the cart.
So they do combine.
As long as it's in the cart when they go to
cart. If the customer uses the cart. Every once in a while I'll get like someone who purchased something on a Friday and then Friday night they make a separate purchase. That happens sometimes.
Yeah. Let's see what else I saw. Oh, there's the link for tonight's show with Victoria. So many reasons not to go back. Glenn, hello, good morning, and welcome. There's Irene's link to her channel. There's Carol's link to her channel.
Thank you, Jennifer. You're so sweet.
Etsy does merge with Pirate Ship, I thought. Yes, if you link, yes, that's right. What you call that? Integrate.
Yeah, they will. That's like a separate thing. Like once the order is placed on Etsy, you can integrate Pirate Ship with Etsy. Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't merge separate orders. If there's 2 separate orders placed on Etsy, like they're given 2 separate order numbers, that isn't merged through Pirate Ship, but you can print one shipping label from Pirate Ship.
Right, but you have to integrate your account for that to happen.
Mm-hmm. Those are all good questions.
Yeah. Scooter Renee, hello, good morning and welcome. I need to check with you. I know I saw your community post about you were taking the week off. Do you know yet if you're going back next week? Because I do have you still on the calendar. I just didn't take it off. Chu, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. So now we need to go with Laura, and Laura needs to promote yourself, your channel, and also all her information. Jennifer has been dropping it in the chat. But if you need her website, her channel links, and all that's in the description bar, including her email. Go ahead, Laura, take it away.
Okay. Thank you, Johnny, for having me on. It was so much fun. I and do enjoy answering the questions, and if we can occasionally help somebody, I call that a win. And Johnny is always here to help all of us, not just Etsy, obviously. He helps us with all of our selling questions, no matter what kind of seller you are, a reseller, a vintage seller, handmade, whatever. He has a lot of experience because he does all of that. So on YouTube, and that's my YouTube channel on the screen, DzinesLaura, no space, at 7 o'clock Eastern tonight, I'm going to be selling spoon rings. I'm just going to go through them slowly, one by one, take requests for spoon rings if I have it, for the different sizes on the patterns I have in stock. We will do that this evening. You're always welcome to watch the replay because I know there is a big thing going on tonight at the same time for Cody. I didn't know Cody, but I know all of you knew her and loved her, and I don't want to take away from what's going on Victoria's channel. So you're welcome to watch the replay. On Monday, I will have my normal sale. It starts at 2 o'clock Eastern. I don't know what I'm going to be showing yet. So, but that will be happening at 2 o'clock Eastern on Monday.
All right. And also, don't forget that you do have special orders. If for some reason because I've been watching her shows, I've been watching her auctions. There's been so many requests because can you do this with this? Can you do this with this color stone? And she's right there taking your order, writing your name down, the color stone, and boom, you got yourself an order. So definitely want to be live, but if you can't, I know some people do. I've been trying. It's not easy for me, but I have been having multiple tabs open. I don't know how to do it, but I have done it, and it's not easy.
But Johnny is a great supporter. And okay, and I feel like I should say like what happened last week. So last Friday night was my first Friday live, and I work alone. I mean, I sell alone, and Johnny was there, and Danielle was there, and Tool Guys was there. Well, a lot of Adventures with Victoria was there, and there was a troll. And for some reason, my brain doesn't work the same when I'm doing a live sale as it does normally. It was obviously a troll, and I just, for some reason, was not getting rid of them. And they jumped in and helped me. So I do, yeah, I appreciate, like, I've been thinking about that all week, like thinking tonight I need to be more cognizant of what's going on in the chat and not just looking for the numbers. I'm looking for people to make claims. And I wasn't reading everything, but it is a good idea to be there during the live because you can ask your questions, you can make requests, and I can tell you right in real time if I can do it or not. So Johnny made a great point. Yeah. Thank you.
And one of the things I try to do is, especially late in the evening, and because I do go to bed early during the week, but on the weekends I try to stay up and watch as many channels as I can, and I do make sure to make those comments in everyone's chat. And it's not always easy, but I do try to always look and see who's live. Okay, let me go and say hello, you know, and chat in the chat. But one of the things too is I try to make sure to also promote those that are live, and that's why one of the reasons I do the calendar. But also, Laura, I wanted to ask you this before we do go. Compared to what happened the last 2 days with that first Etsy podcast with the Q&A on the Etsy, I had asked you yesterday in reference to this. So have you seen a count increase on your subscribers since that video went viral?
Yeah, I had 5 new subscribers of names that I did not recognize from your community. And when I saw them, I was like, well, I wonder how they found me. But yeah, 5 people did go ahead and subscribe to my channel.
I had another boost last night, so you may want to check your numbers.
Okay.
Because last night we had another boost. Now, mind you, I just put that out a week ago yesterday. And in 2 nights, I had 2 boosts of not only new subscribers, but 2 boosts on the views.
I saw it. I looked this morning and was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Crazy. But I'm not going to celebrate anything yet because there is a thing going on where they're going to be doing some corrections. Because again, my watch hours have been the same since last Friday. And all my shows I've done this week, that should be higher. So I hope they do correct it. And if everything is down by June 16th, that is a Friday, that morning show will be a big celebration of me hitting over 3,000 subscribers because I already hit 3,253 as of this morning. Crazy. And then I'll do my birthday celebration all on the same show. And that's the 16th. So that's what I'll be doing. And again, I'm not going to celebrate just yet. But again, like Rob and I were saying, I'm just going to do one whole big party. I already got all the 2,000, so I just will bring it over the 3,000, just do one big party. So
I love that word, yet.
Yet. That's my favorite word. You know that.
And you guys also I did forget to mention one little thing. On June 16th, starting at 2 o'clock Eastern, there is a second annual Jewel-a-thon, Creative Real Productions. Hope I said that right. And another channel. And I was going to get the links this morning.
That's
and I didn't
Robin
get them.
and
Robin, Rhonda, and Tanya.
Yeah.
T.
T.
And I'm in it. There's 20 presenters. and we each get 30 minutes to show as much jewelry as we can. So I'll be in that marathon coming up.
Awesome. Yeah. Also, don't forget on the June the 6th is next Tuesday. All my thumbnails will come out today, this afternoon or tomorrow morning, to get everything ready, because I do have my lineup for the Tuesday Showcase of Members live show. Everybody is welcome to come in and join us. It's going to be just like a regular auction, either on Hump Day or the Deals of the Dawn. But this one's to where I showcase the members of the channel, and I try to keep it at 6. And of course, they will get their rotations and bring everything up. But it's more to showcase the members of the channel. So if you are a member and you would like to be on the next show, which will be the first Tuesday in July, please reach out to me, because it is first come, first serve. I try to keep it at 6 because it gives everybody a good round of, I've been counting about 5 per show, that they get 5 rounds, and that's 3 per round. Or you can do the rapid fire round, and that'll be this next Tuesday. But the next one will be in July, and I already have a few that already requested in September. So, you know, if you want to be part of it, just make sure you reach out to me. And you do have to be a member to be part of that on the panel, because I'm showcasing you as a member. Stacey May says, my first live had a very nice person put someone, I believe thought it was a trolls. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You just never know, but you got to be cautious about your chat, or you just never know you're going to get them trolls. Good morning, Jane. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello and welcome. And there's the link to the Real Creation Studios. That's Robin. Also, if you need any type of intros made, outros, you just need a whatever for your channel, reach out to her, because she does that on the side. That is her business. Yeah. So if you ever need anything created, definitely reach out to her, because you'll see most of the morning shows, like with Victoria, she definitely uses a lot of her services for that on her channel. So definitely check that out.
She did 2 old guys as well.
And Mark and Mike as well. Yes, that's right. You should. That's right. So if you go to check out Mark and Mike on Sundays, you will get a taste and see what she does as far as their intro. She did their work as well. And Arts and Crafts, hello, good morning and welcome. And as I say before in each and every show, please go back and check out these other channels that are coming on. They started at 10 o'clock. You have the list and the calendars is in the community tab below. And also don't forget, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time-ish, I am co-host with Who's Your Stacker for the Who's Your Stacker Silver Bingo winning that you can win silver on. Drop your link, Tracy. Where's Tracy? She's in here? Did I miss Tracy? Yeah, y'all drop y'all links. Jennifer's been dropping your links, so definitely check it. Let's raid Miss Ella. Ella. She is live with Victoria on her auctions on Friday. So let's go do that, and let's see. There's a lot of clicks within reselling communities. I don't believe in clicks. You know, I just try to support everybody. You know, you always have a bad egg in every community, but you take the good with the bad, just like your relatives. You can't pick your relatives, but you do what you can do. So with that being said, like I said before, I end each and every show, if you would like to come on and join me after the show is over, you're more than welcome to. That link is at the top of the chat. And as I say before, I end each and every video, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now. You hear? All right, I'm stopping this real quick. I just noticed I missed a comment. I'm sorry. The chat is flying, but just real quick, I noticed, where is it? Because this chat is flying.
Laura left, huh?
Huh?
Laura left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She usually does after. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? I'm sorry, but I just want to make sure I collect this because I saw what she said. Oh, he must have missed it. It's just a matter of the chat flying. What time frame is that? 10:13. 10:13. 10:13. 10:13. 10:13. All right, here. Resell Therapy. Kidit says they're doing her 500 subscriber giveaway tomorrow at 5:30 Pacific time. Congratulations on getting your 500 subscribers. So now we're going to end the show. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate y'all.